Now then guys, how you doing? Welcome back and thank you for joining me again. Apologies in the delay between episodes. You'll see that the old background's changed as I'm currently in the process of moving house. However, I have managed to get the old PC set back up and we're ready to go for another episode, as this will be the first set of league games in charge of Salford City that you will see. I've played a couple of games off screen. We discussed that at the end of the last episode. I've moved a couple of players on as I did need to get some of these older players off the books. But yes, we've got some big decisions to make in this episode. I do want to change tactically, which we'll discuss shortly. However, you know, we're still in the hunt for the top 2 place. We're currently sat in 7th place, as you can see there. So when we look at the league table, 7th place, 29 games played, 15 wins, 5 draws, 9 losses, 42 goals scored, 34 conceded. Goal difference is +8, 50 points on the board. We're only 4 points behind Peterborough, and we've got a game in hand, which is absolutely massive for us. So first of all, then, I just want to go through the players that have left. You know, we might not know too much about these players as I've only just joined the squad. But we've got Robbie Cundy, and he has gone off to Shrewsbury. Now, he has left for 175k, only played 2 times for this season, and we got him in on a free transfer. We've actually been sat in League 1 for 3 seasons, and he's done all right in there, like I say. But only playing 2 times this season is not good enough for the previous manager. He's certainly not going to be good enough for me. Josh Morris, one of my older players who can play out on the left and right wide areas, has gone out on loan to Bristol Rovers, 33-year-old. His contract expires at the end of this season anyway. So yeah, Josh Morris, this will be his last 6 months at the club. And then Jason Lowe, another 33-year-old, has gone off to Wrexham. We let him go for next to nothing. He went for 1.4k. Only played 5 times for this season. Last season he played 3 times with a 6.35 rating. Doesn't really fit. Yes, we were after that anchor man. Mentally he's decent, but technically not what we need at the club. So schedule-wise then, we obviously lost it 1-0 to Huddersfield in that FA Cup tie, but then we got on with the league campaign and we drew 1-1 with Crewe. Now, we actually went behind. Kirby with a penalty on 58 before Davis with a goal on 76 getting us out of trouble. We had 9 shots, 5 on target. We had 51% possession, but we did dominate the game. Their goalkeeper getting a 7.4 rating, keeping them in it, but yeah, dropping points, but at least it wasn't a defeat. We then drew 3-3 with Huddersfield in the league, and it was a decent game. This one 1-1 at half-time. McElhenney with a goal on 11 minutes before Ashley Fletcher on 43. We fell apart in the final 10 minutes as we conceded on 80 and 86. We actually went 3-1 up. Goals on 48 and 55 from Piggott. It just wasn't enough though, as Huddersfield pegged us back and we dropped 2 points. But finally, we've just had a 3-0 victory against Doncaster. Daniel Pitchford with 3 goals, hat-trick for him there. Goals on 70, 30 and a penalty on 83 minutes, getting him the hat-trick and ourselves the 3 points. We had 15 shots, 9 on target, 57% possession. They had 43. It was a deserved 3 points here and a big win for us. So I did say tactically that I was looking at making a change. Now, obviously, we've gone to the Portadown 4-3-3. That done me proud. It's done me proud, basically, at Druids and the Portadown. And as you can see, we're set up, we're playing that balanced tiki-taka mentality, but I'm thinking about the diamond. We haven't really got the width at this club. I've got 2 players that can play out wide, and that is it. There's no real depth under that with the players that I've let go. So I'm potentially looking at the diamond now. For today, with things going okay for us, we're going to stick with the 4-3-3. But if things start to go wrong, then I might experiment with the diamond and see how we get on there. So the first game up in today's episode, then we take on 15th place Fleetwood, who are Peterborough taking on there up against AFC Wimbledon in 12th place. And team selection for today's game, then we're going to go with King in goal, Teray, Blackmore, Cooper and Edwards at the back, with Davison, Holden, Rowe, Phillips and Shipley in the midfield. McElhenney and Iadema out wide, and then Piggott up top today. Piggott's not going to play there. Where is Pitchford? There he is, so Pitchford's going to start for today's game. So what am I telling the guys then? We've been in a good run lately. You know, we haven't lost a game yet. Obviously that FA Cup defeat. But in the league, we're still unbeaten. 3 out of 3. As Fleetwood, you know, they're not really performing. They're not even in the top half of the table. As we have a corner then, Shipley. We're in the black there in the red. As Teray's going to pick it up. The rain comes down. We are away from home as well. As Cooper with a card, he's hit the outside of the post and gone out for a goal kick. First opportunity goes to us though. And there is another highlight then. Edwards to Shipley. Right, let's keep that possession. I was going to say, every time I say it, let's hold possession, we end up giving it away. But in the first 10 minutes, we see Fleetwood on the ball as Morris then takes it out wide. We need to stop the ball into the box. They've got options. As Morris is allowed to put the ball in, the ball is headed clear and Phillips picks it up. McElhenney then, is he going to go with it? As Phillips to Pitchford. He's not really got the options. Ball over to Dorado on the overlap. We're going to stretch play as we haven't got the options in the middle, but Edema's there and it's into the top corner. Fred on Edema with his however many goal of the season. I missed it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's first, doesn't matter if it's his 20th. It's a quality finish straight into the top corner. And the ball out wide, obviously, catches them asleep. Ball in. They've got so many players. There's only Onidima there, and it's a great finish. As we move up into 4th place, 1 point behind Huddersfield and Peterborough as it stands. As the FC Wimbledon are actually 1-0 up against Peterborough there. Exeter 1-0 against Bradford. Blackpool go 1-0 up against Bolton as well. There's not too many goals there, but Burton 3-0 up against Oxford. And here we go then. Another highlight. Got to be our ball as we pick it up as Touré then. This 4-3-3 is solid. You know, I'm looking at changing something when it's not really broken. As Shipley then picks it up. Ball over. Onedima's there. They make a mess of it. He can score again, and he does. And it's his 5th goal of the season. Obviously, I said I didn't know how many goals he'd scored, and he scored 2 in this game. What a mess that is. You know, that ball, Shipley picks it up. There's no pressure, really, from Onedima, but they make a right mess of it. Keeper's on his knees, and it's 2-0. As we're going to go into half-time, and I'm very happy with that first half performance. Pitchford is knackered, though, so dressing room-wise, I'm pleased we've created loads, well done. Tactically, then I'm going to have to make the change up front. So Ironside is going to come off for Pitchford, who's done nothing really, which is fair enough because he's knackered. Blackmore in centre defence is done as well, so I'm going to get Barrett on in there. I've obviously got Cooper on a yellow card, not ideal, but 2 changes, my players are tied. Exeter, 3-0 up against Bradford City now. But AFC Wimbledon still 1-0 against Peterborough is quality for us. Derby in there as well, 1-0 up. As they have a corner then, Camps with the ball and he's headed it over the bar. But on 55 minutes, it's still 2-0. And we find ourselves in 5th place, you can see there. We are grouped together. We're now 4 points behind Coventry. They're 2-0 down to Derby. That is good for us as they pick it up in the midfield then. Right, let's get some pressure on. Conroy on it. To Matete. Morris. Need to watch that ball out wide as we've pushed them back and take it then to Camps. Out to Tanner as they're stretching us. Stop that ball into the box. Tanner with the ball across and he's put it wide. It's a massive miss. You know, they should have got a goal there. But we dodge a bullet and there is another corner then. Camps with the ball in. He's headed off the top of the bar. We're feeling the pressure a bit here. Obviously, I've made the changes. But it shouldn't really change that much of the game. Fleet would have had 14 shots, 4 on target. We've had 11 and 4. 52% possession. Peterborough have scored a penalty on 73 minutes. And it looks like there's another corner then. So Camps with the ball in. Is the keeper going to come and claim it? It's not, and they've missed again. Lecco's header is over the bar. As we go into the final 10 minutes, tactically then, I am going to make a change. I've got one more change to make. Davenport is going to come on for Phillips, who is knackered. So there we go. As we go into the final 5 minutes, and Colchester 2-0 against Charlton. There is a highlight on 88. Surely there's going to be no more late drama. As Conroy then to Matete. On another day, Fleetwood could have been getting something out of this. This could have been a game like it was against Huddersfield, where we were in cruise control and then lost it in the final 10 minutes. Right, ball into the box, and they've headed it over again. So many missed opportunities. Defensively, we're quite woeful with any kind of ball into the box. Torreira then, long throw in. The keeper punches it clear. And Morris picks it up again. Don't go diving in as Holgate. Right, and Conroy, they pass it about nicely at the back. Locko then, who missed the sitter earlier on. Camps, seen a lot of the ball, but we win that one. And we turn it over. Morris. Guys, we go into the final 3 minutes then of stoppages as they boot it at Davenport. Davenport to Shipley. Shipley out to Onedima. Ironside, who hasn't done anything since coming on, but Davenport beats the offside trap and he's hit the bar. He absolutely rattles it, sticks his foot through it, but it's still 2-0. And that is it. We definitely benefited from their mistakes, but as you see, Onyedina with 2 goals there on 10 and 33, some decent results, and that's a decent result for us. So dressing room wise then, that was really special, lads. Well done. And there we go. And so at the end of the day, we're in 5th place as Peterborough get a 94th minute goal to get the win. Williams there. That is poor. What about Coventry? Did Coventry lose? Coventry ended up drawing 2-2 with Derby as well. So the results haven't gone in our favour there. Derby in cruise control, conceding on 87 and 91 minutes. That is shocking for us. But it doesn't matter. We're still in the hunt. We're 5 points behind Coventry. 4 points still behind Peterborough. We do our bit. That's all that matters. As Christian Musselwhite says, so proud of Salford today. It was a decent result for us. A very good result, actually. Let's not underplay it. Sonia Deemer on form for Salford. Let's give him some praise. I'm really happy with how you played today. The game of the weekend apparently was a 1-1 draw between Forest Green and Cheltenham. Not really the game that I would have been looking at. You know, there's some big games in there. A Coventry game against Derby and Peterborough against Wimbledon. 2 massive results there. So there we go then. Another player out is Joe Ironside. He leaves us to go to Oldham. Oldham in the league below, I think. 8th in League 2. Now, obviously, he's one of my only other options for up front. But at 31-year-old, he hasn't done too much for us this season. He's actually only played 1 game. So time to move him on. Right, in game day 2 then, as we take on Cheltenham, this is our game in hand. And our opportunity to get ourselves basically into 3rd place at the end of today's episode. It is currently a Tuesday in game, so there's no more games being played, I don't think. Wednesday, Coventry take on Oxford. Coventry there obviously in 1st place, so that game is not going to affect us. So yes, by the end of today's episode, we're either going to be in 5th and remain there, or we're going to be pushing ourselves to a point away from Peterborough on equal games. Right, so team selection for this one then, we're going King in goal, Turray, Blackmore, O'Connor and Edwards at the back. With Turnbull in the holding role, Shipley and Phillips in the midfield, McKelney and Reach out wide with Piggott up front. On Edema, obviously he was the hero of the last game, so he's going to go out there again. Taylor Davenport says, yes, Edwards starts, and because he's happy, I'm happy. So that's it from the fans. So what we're saying, good luck. We need to avoid defeat to stay in the playoff places. Yeah, let's not get defeated. Cheltenham, obviously, down in 23rd place, I think they were. We have a look there. Up into 22nd, obviously. That's just because they're drawn against us at the minute. But yeah, they're in the relegation zone nonetheless, as we're in the red there, in the blue, and as a highlight in the first 10 minutes. So almost 7 minutes gone when this one goes into Piggott. Piggott to Edema, obviously, he's been tearing it up, or as he was in the last game, as Edwards picking it up then. Opportunity to swing the ball into the box. Piggott is unmarked, and there we go. We are 1-0 up on 7 minutes. And we continue to go from strength to strength. You know, in the last 2 games, we scored 5 goals and not conceded any. You know, 3 against Doncaster and 2 in the last game as well. So, yeah, we are dominating and we go 1-0 up against Cheltenham. As another highlight then, as the ball is played out wide, Touré on the overlap caused all kinds of trouble in the last game. Touré with the ball in, he's through, Piggott gets it blocked, and they boot it against their own player and it goes out for a corner. But as things stand, we move up into 3rd place. As predicted, Shipley with the ball in, and it's headed over the bar from Piggott. Should really be getting his 2nd of the game. But another highlight then, as Edwards wins the ball, Phillips, Tony Edema, ball across to Shipley. That's a great ball to Piggott, who hasn't really got the pace, hits it from distance, and it's just wide. He was never going to win a foot race there. As you can see from that league table, we're 2 points behind Coventry. Obviously, they have played a game less. 1 point behind Peterborough. We are in the hunt here for automatic promotion. If we hadn't dropped points in those previous 2 games, you know, those first 2 games that I had, especially that game against Huddersfield, where, like I say, we were cruising. As Piggott with the opportunity, it's a big save from Evans. But yeah, we've dropped some opportunities already. As Shipley then, with the opportunity to get it into the box, it's gone all the way through and we don't do anything with it. As they're going to hit us on the counter, are they? No, it just disappears as there's a foul in the box. Shipley then with the ball in, another opportunity, and we score. There we go, Mark Blackmore at the back post. Goalkeeper in no man's land, and it's 2-0 on 26 minutes. Shipley with a dynamite ball in. The goalkeeper, you know, he's gifted us, let's put it that way. But Cheltenham have offered absolutely nothing. We've had 9 shots, 6 on target. Possession-wise, 60% possession. Cheltenham, nothing in them. So this one looks as, obviously, if we can continue this in the second half, dressing room-wise, then I'm happy with the number of shots on target. Well done. Do I want to make any changes? Not really. Obviously, I've got plenty of tied players out there. But I don't want to force a change if I don't have to, so we're just going to carry on. As they make the one change, and Matty Blair on for Connor Thomas. As we have a corner then. Ball in, get ahead in it. Blackmore, it's off the post. There's nobody there to tie you up, and Dyer just sticks it out for a throw in. Panics on the ball in the 6-yard box. And another corner as we are peppering them. Shipley then in. Blackmore, he's headed it over the bar again. He had just hit the post a couple of moments ago. But XG-wise, you can see there, we are tearing it up. As Shipley again with another ball in. He's got to be getting some assists. As Edema then's going to pick it up. He may go back. He does to Touré. And we go forward to McKelney. O'Connor. Can he slip the ball through? He doesn't. Turnbull low. As we're falling all over each other there. Edwards. Go on. He's running with it. Go on, lad. Edwards down the byline. Ball in. It's the goalkeeper going to come and claim it. He spilled it. Piggott to Phillips. It's an open goal. What's he going to do with it? And it's out. The goalkeeper. Shocking. But we have a corner then, Shipley, you know, and it's again, if we score from this, it's their own error that's brought us to that corner, but it's going nowhere. On a Dima then, ball out, that is poor, and we turn it over. So goal kick wise then, we hit, as a highlight, I was going to say, I want to make changes shortly. There's just a lot of tired legs out there, Toure then, on the way. Can he beat his man? No, he goes back to Shipley, who's seen so much of the ball. Wassell low. Get ahead on it, lads, let's win that one. Curry down. Like I say, Cheltenham have offered nothing and they just turn it over there. As we do though, it's not a great passage of play for us as Ford all the way back to Baker. Shelton is going to go out wide to Blair. Decent bit of space there. As can he beat the man? He does. Shelton's there. Get it clear. Blackmore though picks it up. Nice work from Shelton trying to get into the front post. Turnbull as we hit it against our own player again. Curry from distance and they put it wide. Wowzers, you know, we're trying our best to give him a goal back. As tactically then, let's make a change. As O'Connor's going to come off and Connor Barrett's going to come on. Reach will come on from Enidima. And then I've got one more change to make, probably in the centre of midfield. I'm going to bring Flores on for Philip. So that is it. Confirm the substitutions and let's go. So we have brought some fresh legs on. But like I say, Cheltenham have offered nothing. We've tried to give them a goal. Fortunately, they haven't taken that opportunity as we headed over the bar. We've had 18 shots, 8 on target, 62% possession as we're going into the final 10 minutes. 2-0 up. You know, goals in the first half again. And Cheltenham have offered nothing. They've had 5 shots, 2 on target. As Evans then just goes on the run. Long ball, which we're going to win. Barrett down to Flores. Edwards to Reach. Fresh legs from Reach. Right, can he beat his man? He works his way inside. It's a great ball to Shipley, who deserves a goal in fairness. Shipley, and it's into an empty net as their goalkeeper has gifted us again. Evans has had an absolute shocker in the Cheltenham goal. But Shipley deserves that goal. And it's a great ball over. It's a killer ball there from Reach. And Shipley, like I say, deserves something from today. The goalkeeper makes a mess of it. And it's into an empty net. And it looks like we're on course for another clean sheet as Toure then with the throw in. Can we get another goal? There's a penalty in there. There is a penalty in there as well. The referee points to the spot. McElhenney then with the opportunity. Can we make it 4-0? It's a great penalty as well, and we do. And it's 4-0. And we deserve it. On the balance of play, Cheltenham have offered nothing. Solid penalty as well. Goalkeeper goes the right way, but he's had a shocker. He's never keeping it out. With 3 minutes of stoppages, there is going to be one more highlight. Will we make it 5-0? We've seen a little bit of a masterclass here. As Piggott then through to Shipley. Can he get his second of the game? Evans stands tall this time and makes the save. And with all stoppages gone, this is going to be the last opportunity then as Shipley's going to whip one in. Turnbull heads it over the bar and that'll be full time. And there we go then. 25 shots, 12 on target, 4-0. What a result that is. At the end of today's episode, a 4-0 victory, massive result for us. 31 games played, 56 points on the board. We find ourselves 1 point away from that second place automatic promotion place and 2 points away from being crowned division champion. So yes, how have the fans reacted? Absolutely delighted with that, says Daniel Jordan. Unbelievable result. George Blackwood says, so proud of Salford today. And Carl Shepherd says, Shipley is just too good. He was today. He was quality. So there we go then. Dominant result for the Amis. Big result, 4-0 up there. Burn raises player fitness concerns. There'll be plenty of players. There you go. Toure, Blackmore, O'Connor all knackered. Classy Shipley on form with 1 goal and 1 assist. I actually thought he'd got more assists in fairness. He was involved in everything. So there we go then, guys. Where are you going to join me next? There's some big games coming up. Wycombe, Shrewsbury, Derby. I think we go for Derby and Coventry there. 2 massive games. So yes, you're going to join us. We'll have Wycombe and Shrewsbury off screen. But yeah, big games against Derby, who shouldn't be in League One anyway. And then Coventry, who are currently top of the table. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. And I'll catch you later. Ta-ra.